We begin tonight with a Fox News alert as more details emerge surrounding the horrific school massacre in Uvalde, Texas, that left 19 children and 2 teachers dead. Over the last 72 hours, we've heard a lot of information. We've been told many different stories, and today we're finally getting to the bottom of what went wrong. Texas Governor Greg Abbott says over these last few days he's been misled by law enforcement, and he's livid about it.
I was misled. I am livid about what happened. When I came out here on this stage and told the public what happened, it was a recitation of what people in that room told me, whether it be law enforcement officials or non-law enforcement officials, whatever the case may be. And as everybody has learned, the information that I was given turned out in part to be inaccurate. And I'm absolutely livid about that.
Yeah, me too, Governor. I gave them the benefit of the doubt, too. The governor's statement comes just hours after today's press conference by the Texas Department of Public Safety. They gave us some answers, starting with how the shooter was able to enter the school so easily. Turned out the back door he used to get in wasn't only unlocked, it was wide open.
We know from video evidence at 11:27, the exterior door suspected of where we knew the shooter entered, Ramos, was propped open by a teacher. 11:28, the suspect vehicle crashes into the ditch, as previously described. The teacher runs to the room 132 to retrieve a phone. We see through video, teacher reemerges inside the school in panic and apparently calls 911.
So the door was propped open at 11:27, just moments before the monster wrecked his truck, shot at a funeral home, started walking to the school. Shortly after that, he entered the building with no problem.
11:33 is when the suspect entered the school at the door that I'm pointing to now. At 11:33, the suspect begins shooting into room 111 or 112.
We now know that he started shooting through the hall. He then locked himself in a classroom full of children.
When he went in the classroom, he said, "You're all gonna die," and he just started shooting. I was playing dead, so he won't shoot me. He shot my teacher, and then he shot the kids. I kind of don't feel safe going to school, and I feel hot, and sometimes at night I have nightmares.
He came in and he crouched a little bit, and he said, "It's time to die."
Those kids that survived will never be the same. It's hard to imagine what these poor kids went through, locked in a room with a monster. And today, we're finally learning what happened in the hour leading up to the police breaching the classroom and killing the madman. And it's not good. Texas DPS said that the children in the classroom were calling 911 throughout the hour, begging for the police to come help them.
The caller identified, I'll not say her name, but she was in room 112, called 911 at 12:03. At 12:10, she called back in room 12, advised there were multiple dead. 12:21, you could hear over the 911 call that 3 shots were fired. At approximately 12:43 and 12:47, she asked 911 to please send the police now.
That baby died. Texas DPS said that by 12:03, 19 officers were in the hallway outside the classroom, but they didn't go in. So the question still remains, why? Did they know about the 911 calls? DPS was asked about that today.
The question simply is this: there was a 40-minute gap. And if the 911 operators were aware that children were alive in that classroom, why weren't officers notified of that? And if that's the case, why didn't they take action? The decision was made that this was a barricaded subject situation. There was time to retrieve the keys and wait for a tactical team with the equipment to go ahead and breach the door and take on the subject at that point. That was the decision, that was the thought process at that particular point in time.
With all due respect, Colonel, that's still not a clear answer. But the Border Patrol sources that are close to the incident says that the BORTAC agents inside of the school were not aware of those calls that were coming in. They also told me they dispute the timeline. And we don't know if those calls were being relayed to the commanding officers on the ground. So that leaves us with one of two options. Either 911 dispatch wasn't relaying the call to the commanding officers at the scene, or they were, and that would mean that the leadership on the ground knew shots were being fired inside of the classroom where kids were still alive, and still, against all logic, ruled that it wasn't an active shooter situation. Either way you look at it, someone dropped the ball, and they know it.
For the benefit of hindsight, where I'm sitting now, of course it was not the right decision. It was the wrong decision, period. There's no excuse for that. But again, I wasn't there, but I'm just telling you, from what we know, we believe there should have been an entry at that as soon as you can.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.